Warning, this tutorial is for educational purposes only. This is not a financial advice, trading strategy, nor a price, value, or collateral recommendation that can be implemented in any kind of DeFi solution or protocol.
Net to dev.
We have deployed the ERC-404 smart contract, and we were able to mint ERC-721 and exchanging those ERC-721 NFTs with ERC-20 because that is one of the key functionalities in the ERC-404. But we are missing one key item, and that is how do we provide the capability to the token to be exchanged or swapped in a decentralized exchange using any other collateral such as USDT and any other ERC-20. We are going to deploy a liquidity swap pool smart contract that will allow us to exchange this token for any other ERC-20 token. Remember, as I told you on the previous videos, the ERC-404 is an ERC-20 token that can be exchanged as an ERC-721, which means now I have to make sure that I can provide liquidity so then we can trade this token just like any other ERC-20. So let's break the effort. Step one, let's deploy the UniswapV3 swap pool pair smart contract. This is a smart contract that is going to hold both the collateral token as well as our ERC-404 token. Once we get this smart contract deployed and the tokens have been stored in this pool smart contract, then the swap interface can make the exchange. If we have one ERC-404 token that we want to sell, let's say for 100 USDT, that means that for each ERC-404, I need to have 300 USDT so then we can collateralize the token value. We can provide that collateral, and that is not mandatory. However, for stability in the UniswapV3 MAT price formula, you can determine the price swing by the amount that you are going to be providing in the pool collateral. However, we can deploy this to have an infinitive pool range, meaning that I am going to have a low and high price point. We are going to be exchanging the ERC-404 token against USDT. I have to make sure that I set the price that I want to exchange each ERC-404 for USDT. Without liquidity, we don't have means of exchanging this token for any other token. We cannot provide value to a token out of thin air. That is impossible. However, it doesn't work that way in real currency. Well, that's another topic that I'm not going to discuss in this video. But for sake of a liquidity pool, the liquidity pool is doing just that. It's providing liquidity to the pool pair, to both the token that I'm going to be using to exchange for the other token. We deposit both tokens onto that pool smart contract. And once we're done with that, we're gonna go with item number 2. We have to allow the UniswapV3 position smart contract. This is a smart contract that is going to open the pool position. I am literally opening a position so then users can trade this token against any other token that we want to allow the trading to happen. That doesn't mean that I'm going to only allow the token to be traded against the liquidity that I am providing. Listen to me carefully. If I am providing USDT as my collateral to back the value of the ERC-404, I not necessarily have to pay with USDT. I can use USDT, which is the native collateral or the native liquidity pool token that we will allow this trade to happen. But the magic in DeFi and the magic in Uniswap V3 is that we have the pool router. With the pool router, I don't necessarily need to have USDT token. I can have any other ERC-20 token that can also be traded against USDT. Now listen to me carefully. How are we going to buy the ERC-404 or exchange the ERC-404 with any other token if the token that we have is the USDT as our second token in the pool smart contract? What UniswapV3 is going to do is going to swap that token that we have for USDT, then the USDT will be used to buy the ERC-404. That will be 2 hops in the UniswapV3 transaction. The first hop is going to be our token. Let's say we hold Matic, we have wrapped Matic, and we need to convert that to USDT so then we can use the USDT to buy the ERC-404 or exchange the ERC-404. So what Uniswap is going to do is going to do the first transaction or the first router hop to convert the Matic token to USDT. Once the first route has been completed and that transaction has executed successfully, we now hold USDT from our converted Matic. From there, I I am going to go and buy the ERC-404, or I'm going to say exchange the ERC-404 against the USDT that was just converted recently, okay? So that's going to be awesome. Once we allow the position smart contract to withdraw the tokens from our wallet, because remember, we need to hold both the USDT token as well as the ERC-404 token on the same wallet. The moment we call the smart contract to open the position, those two assets and the amount that we told during the transaction to open the position will be withdrawn by the position smart contract. And that gives us item number 3. We are going to be opening a pool position in UniswapV3. And what that's going to do is going to withdraw the tokens out of our wallet into the swap pool smart contract that we deployed in step number 1. When we open that position gets minted as an NFT. It's an NFT that is being used by Uniswap to know that you own that position. And that token, that NFT that is issued to you, I need to check if you have that position NFT, so then I can allow you to withdraw the liquidity out of the pool, add more liquidity, or close the position. You will have full control of that position as long as you hold that NFT. Finally, we are going to see when we deploy this open position, 1 ERC-404 equals 300 USDT token. That's how we do it, and that's how we set the price to that token. Well, that doesn't mean that that price is going to stay there. If that token starts selling in any other exchange and more people are holding that ERC-404 and they decide to go to the swap interface that has this open position, they can withdraw the liquidity, the USDT collateral, by exchanging the ERC-404. And that is where you start seeing those price swings. Price of the token went down, price of the token went up, and such. Once that starts happening, then you start seeing those arbitrage attacks, which basically what they do is they see pools and determine which pool has the lowest price for a token, take opportunity of that price of that token and sell or buy those tokens at a discounted price, because now the reserve of our ERC-404 is higher than USDT, which makes the price point of the ERC-404 lower than 300. Someone that is smart enough to catch that can buy the token at a cheaper or a discounted price. But what is that going to do? That is going to help us at the end. Why? Because it starts bringing back the balance of the token price. If we have a higher amount of ERC-404s in the swap pool smart contract, that means that the price per token is going to be lower than what we initially set on the open position. And that is where arbitrage comes into place. And all this arbitrage flash loan attacks to take opportunity and profit out of a lower token price will also help the price to stabilize once again. Because if on one exchange, I have that token being traded for 300 USDT, and on our swap pool, the token is being traded for 250, what do you think is going to happen? Everyone's going to land on that pool and start buying the ERC-404 until the amount of collateral against the ERC-404, in this case the USDT token, is higher or equal to what we originally opened the position for. That is it. The moment we bring back the supply to the level that we originally set, so then the token price, 300 USDT per 1 ERC-404, then the arbitrage is done. There's no more opportunity to get that token at a discounted price, and that brings some form of stability in the price action. Let's go ahead. Let's build all of this. Let's test it out. We are going to be swapping the token. We should be able to see the price action, and we will go from there. Okie dokie, let's make this happen. So first thing we are going to do, let's head onto the Github Repo and download the ERC-404 Liquidity UniswapV3 folder. Okay, so just download the entire repo, and we are going to be navigating to this folder in our Visual Studio Code, okay? Or any other IDE that you prefer, okay? Just download it and off we go. Okie dokie. So I have the folder open in Visual Studio Code. So the first two things that we are going to do, deploy the fake USDT token that will be used as a liquidity pool token into the swap pool that we are building, okay? Once we're done with that, we'll come back and we'll have to populate the smart contract addresses on this project right here, okay? And again, this is the last video we deployed this smart contract. So let's go ahead and deploy it once again. So I have it right here. This will be the 404. I'm going to copy my address, going to deploy owner, deploy, and off we go. Okay, so we are deploying the first one. So we got the end to the ERC-404. Let's just take the opportunity to add the metadata. The data URI will be the path to the images. I'm just going to do it real quick. I got the art right here. Let's find the first picture and let's open it in a new tab. I'm going to grab this whole path right here all the way to the art. accept the picture file. We went through this on the last video. So we're going to paste it here. We are going to transact. That's how the NFTs will get their images. And this smart contract, while we wait for approval, we just got approved, but this smart contract has a maximum supply of 10,000 tokens, should already be in our wallet. Okay, so we'll take a look at that in a second. I'm going to add now the metadata description. I'm just going to type 10,000 unique semi-fungible ERC-404 token. Access VIP perks and rewards. Something like that. Transact, proof, and off we go. So wait for that. Okay, perfect. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy the smart contract address and let me add that to my wallet to see if we have the 10,000 tokens. So I'm going to go here and we're going to go here. Let me go ahead and add that contract address. And sure enough, I can see it. And boom, we got the 10,000 into the ERC-404 tokens. Beautiful. Okay, now what we are going to do, let me copy again the smart contract address and let's go to the project folder, and we have to go under config. We go under config and we want to find the entry where it says ERC-404 address. We're going to go ahead and paste that smart contract. Okay, so that will be our ERC-404. Now the next thing that we're going to do, we are going to be deploying that fake USDT smart contract. Let's go ahead and do that. And I got it right here. Boom, deploying that. Confirmed. All right, awesome, has been confirmed. Now what I want to do before we move on, I want to mint some fake USDT and send those tokens to my wallet, because when we initialize the pool, the position smart contract is going to transfer those tokens out of my wallet to the pool, to the swap pool smart contract. Okay, once we build that swap pool smart contract, then the tokens will be delivered there. So what I gotta do now, I'm gonna mint, let's say 1 million fake USDT. I wish I can mint the real thing, but that's not the case. I'm just gonna convert real quick because I'm lazy. I'm just gonna type here 1 million, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, grab this value in way. It's just converting to way. I'm gonna paste the amount right here, and now I'm gonna mint to my wallet. So then it lands on my wallet. Boom. Now it's asking me to confirm. Once we're done, we're gonna go back into the project and add this contract address. Okay, it's done. So we should have those tokens. Let me just make sure. I want to take a look at my wallet and let's see. I'm gonna add the token, boom, USDT, next, and sure enough, we have the million fake USDT. Awesome, so now I have also the smart contract address copied. Let me go back, and now we are going to add the address here, and we're gonna save this file. Okay, awesome. Next thing, to give you a brief, straight to the point explanation, everything that you're going to do here is going to allow you to create the pool, open the position, and it's going to transfer those tokens onto the position, and we should be good to go. If you like to know how to build this entire UniswapV3 function in JavaScript, so then you can build not just the ERC-404 positions, you can build swap pools for ERC to ERC, you can do so many things. This is a very complex, I'm going to say this is a very extensive tutorial, and I'm not going to cram how UniswapV3 pool math and all the price tick actions and all that works. This is strictly to build the pool and bring that token tradable in the Uniswap protocol. Okay, I am going to be providing the deployer wallet. So the wallet that I use to deploy those two smart contracts, I am going to add that key here because I have to make the calls using that key or that wallet. Okay, so let's go ahead and extract the key. Head to my MetaMask and let me go here. Let me see more information. I'm going to show private key, enter the password, and I'm going to hold, and boom, we got the private key, copy the key. And we are going to paste that key here, but make sure that you keep that 0x. It's very important. Paste. Awesome. By the way, never use, because this is a tutorial, this is all educational. This is not meant to be used in real mainnet production environment, in the real blockchain, okay? Make sure that this is only for testnet. Don't use a wallet that has real ERC-20 valuable tokens, because this is meant only for testnet, okay? Now let's go ahead and add the RPC address. This will be the address of the testnet that you are interacting or deploying all this. One quick way to find out, let me grab one address from chainlist.org, and we're gonna say include testnet. I'm gonna say Sepolia, because that's the one that I'm using. Let's find the base Sepolia, which is this one right here, and you can see the chain ID. We need the chain ID, but I already populated that chain ID in the file, so I'm gonna go back. and I can show you right here. So if you're not using Sepolia, make sure that you populate this with the right chain ID. Beautiful. So let me go back and let's just grab anything that is good for us. Copy this. Let's go back, paste it right here. Now, we are going to be interacting with two smart contracts in the Uniswap V3 protocol. The first, it's going to obviously be the position smart contract. This is the smart contract that will issue you that NFT that is going to open the position, and it's also going to allow the swap to happen because it enables the swap pool to interact with the protocol. I have to head to the Uniswap documents, and there's going to be one address that we are looking for in the Sepolia address list of deployment addresses, and that will be the non-fungible position manager. So I have the links right here for your convenience. You go ahead and copy. I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna go here, paste, are going to be scrolling where it says Sepolia addresses, and the first one is going to be that non-fungible position manager. So let me copy that smart contract address, copy it, and we are going to add it here, okay? There you go, that's the first one. Now we are going to also find that factory smart contract. What is the factory smart contract? Generates those swap pools that allows you to deposit the tokens and interact with the pool. This will be the pool smart contract, okay? So with that said, I am looking for Uniswap V3 factory. So let's go ahead and go once again. And again, I already have it open. I'm gonna go, it's Uniswap V3 factory. That's what we're looking for. I'm gonna copy that address, go back, and I'm gonna put it there, and boom. Okay, awesome. Now, once we are set with this, then this particular address, the pool address, will be obtained once we execute the first function that we have, which is step 1 right here. This will allow us to open the pool and add all the approvals to the position manager or the position smart contract, so then it can withdraw and transfer those tokens onto the swap, onto the pool smart contract, okay? So once we execute this step 1 right here, I set up the function to give us back the smart contract address, okay? Awesome. So let's go ahead and go back to config. So this will be run, we will come back and we will populate that with the pool address once we got it deployed, okay? Pool fee. So in Uniswap, I believe there's 3 different types of fees. I believe, and we can take a look at that real quick. I'm gonna go into here. So if I create a new position, you are going to see 0.05. Let me just add another token so then we can see this enabled. You can see right here. So 0.05 is going to be for stable pairs, 0.3 will be for most pairs, and then 1. So 1 is what we're looking for because this is an exotic pair, which means that we have to add a higher fee, okay? So with that said, let me go back. And we are going to add the value here in basis points. So in order for us to set this to 1%, we are going to just add 10,000, that will be the basis. And it's already set, so we're good. Now the fun part. This is what we need to add into this config file. Have to determine how much ERC-404 token be traded for, at least in the initial price point. I'm going to set 300, right? So it's going to be 300 USDT per each ERC-404, which means that if we do the math, we are going to provide 35, or at least I am going to request to the position manager to transfer 35 ERC-404 from the wallet onto the pool. And you might ask yourself, why 35 and not more? Well, there's cases where in the testnet, the gas fees are not sufficient and it runs out of gas and then it fails if you're trying to transfer anything higher than 35. I had cases where it was not allowing me to transfer more than 35 ERC-721s. That's the thing. We are moving ERC-721s. It's going to get minted and it's going to be stored in that pool smart contract. It doesn't go higher than 35, but then what you can do is you just need to add more liquidity and get all the way to the point that you want to be as far as the amount of tokens that you want to add to this pool, okay? Okay, so now once we're done with this, we have to determine how much liquidity do we need, okay? And the easiest way for me to determine that is going to be the amount of ERC-404 times the price, which will give me a 10,500 USDT amount that we have to provide as minimum for liquidity. So I am suggesting that you add an additional 25 to 35% over the total. So in this case, I'm adding like 3,500. The reason why is Uniswap is not going to transfer exactly what we tell, at least on this information. The values that we are providing are not going to be the ones that Uniswap is going to use to transfer, or it's not going to transfer exactly that. The reason why is Uniswap, those balances, that amount that we are going to be providing has to be converted into square root. And then that single value helps Uniswap determine how much going to be withdrawing and transferring from each balance. balance. So you might see a fluctuation all dependent upon the price, and it's very specific. So it makes enabling that pool to be very specific in the price ranges. If you want to see 35 NFTs or 35 ERC-721s transferred, then you have to go a little bit higher. So then it has overhead, and then it can calculate that it's going to have enough liquidity to supply the tick. I'm going way beyond the scope of this tutorial, but the tick has a minimum and maximum value or price curve, right? So I cannot set the price exactly at 300 because I need to have some variations in the price curve action, right? That is determined by the minimum tick value and the maximum tick value. So if we go, I'm just gonna go and show you real quick. So there's a tick lower value and tick upper. So in the price, we determine what could be a feasible minimum lower amount that we can trade the token and the higher amount. And again, going way beyond the scope of this video, but it's for you to understand that when you build that function or you add this liquidity, you have to add a little bit more. So then it compensates with the price curve and it's able to transfer that amount, okay? And if you still have doubt, write me in the comments and I will do my best to help you understand a little bit better. It makes more sense to have a full tutorial to dedicate just to the UniswapV3 price action and price math and all that, which is very complex. And that's it. So what we're going to do now, we are going to save. This is good to go. Now what I have to do, I'm going to head to step 1. So this is the file, step 1. And all we have to do, this is all pre-populated. There's nothing you have to do here. All we have to do is run it and it should build up. So I'm going to type no, step 1. Okay. And we're just going to press enter. And we will cross fingers. Here we go. And probably this is due to, we have an error, and probably this is due to the RPC. So I have a couple. I'm just going to use another one. Okay, I just replaced our RPC. Let me give it a shot one more time and let's see, hopefully. That looks good. That looks good. Okay, let's wait for that. Boom, we got the pool. All right, awesome. We have successfully initiated that pool and we have the pool address. First things first, we are going to be copying this value. Let's just copy this value. I'm gonna highlight it. I'm gonna Control Z and let's go back to config. And now the pool address, we can effectively update that with the value, okay? Awesome, so we got the pool. NFT that gets minted, it will not get minted until we provide liquidity. Then I'm gonna go back to pool and there's no pools. Okay, so you can see here that there's no liquidity positions open yet. Now it's going to change. Okay, so let's go ahead and open that position. We're now going to do step 2. We are going to run this. Everything looks good. So let's do it. And I can run it right here. So I'm going to say 2, okay? And crossing fingers, all right? 1, 2, 3. It's going to add liquidity. So it has failed. And I'm pretty sure that has to do with gas fees. Because again, we're moving 35 ERC-721s. And yeah, that looks like it. You know what I'm going to do? Right here, where it says that gas limit, let's just put 10 here and give it a shot one more time, okay? So under step 2, add POS liquidity. You can scroll down under the transaction. Let's just raise the gas limit, okay? Probably it's because there's not too much gas to complete the transaction, so we have to raise that limit, okay? So let's give it a shot one more time and cross fingers. Success. Let's take a look now. We should have the NFT minted, and this will be the position NFT. Ah, look at that. Awesome. Okay, we have the position open and we should be able to trade the token. So let's open this and let's take a look and see what we got. You remember we mentioned that I provided an overhead of 14,000. And the reason why is, check this out, 12,851 fake USDTs were transferred and added as liquidity for this. And then we added 35 ERC-404 because we really wanted to have 35 ERC-404s. Then the USDT was fluctuating. If we go back to the math, you are going to see that the actual math is not that. The math will be 10,500, but we added that extra overhead, so then we compensate with that low and higher tick. This will be the price action in UniswapV3. Now, going back, everything looks good. So now we know that we have the current price set as 300 USDT per N to the R. Let's now try to buy and sell. And we are done, okay? So what I'm gonna do, I am not going to use the deployer wallet. Make sure that you don't use the deployer wallet to trade the token because this wallet is whitelisted, okay? Remember on the last video, we whitelisted this wallet, okay? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use another wallet. What I have to do, let me look for another wallet. I'm going to use this wallet right here. But first, I want to transfer some fake USDT to this wallet so that we can purchase. So what I'm going to do, I am going to go back. I'm going to use this wallet, this one right here. And let me send test tokens first. So we know that, we can just send one. I think that's more than enough. Okay. And after I transfer that, I'm going to also transfer some USDT. And you can see the balance lowered because we transfer 35 into the R and we transfer 12,851 USDTs. Okay. Let's wait for that. Done. Okay. Now let's go ahead and transfer USDT and let's just send 10,000. Okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to send to who? To this address, right? This is the address. And we are going to send 10,000. Okay, let's send 10,000 USDT so then we can buy and sell that token. And yep, and we're done. Look at that. We have the NFT. This will be the open position NFT. And then with this, I can remove liquidity. I can add more liquidity and such. Okay, so now we should be good to trade. So I'm going to disconnect this wallet. And now we are going to switch ourselves to that new wallet that we have. And yeah, okay, awesome. So now let me go to swap, okay? And what I'm gonna do, provide the USDT address, and this will be our fake USDT because we wanna trade from USDT to the ERC-404. So I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna paste it right here. And this will be the one that we're dealing with. And obviously we gotta connect our wallet. Hello, beautiful. So we have the 10,000. Now I am going to add the ERC-404. And we are going to hopefully buy the token. Here we go. Beautiful. So we don't have a single N to the R. And we mentioned 300. It's 1 N to the R. So if we type 300, close to 1 N to the R. That's why the price action curve, it's going to be very important. So if we add 310, we should be able to receive 1.2. So let's go ahead and do that. We should be able to receive 1 ERC-721, and we should be receiving the rest in ERC-20. Okay. So let's go ahead and swap. I'm going to approve. It's going to ask me to approve moving the USDT, approve. Once we wait for that, then we will sign the message and swap. And we are done. That was quick because the hard work was already done. Awesome. So now we're going to sign and hopefully buy the ERC-404 at the N to the R. Crossing fingers. Boom. We got it. Done. All right. And now we have 1 N to the R. So let's take a look at my wallet. I'm going to go here. Transfers. I think we do. Here we go. And we got ourselves the ERC token 36. And I'm pretty sure that what you're seeing right here, the swap burning, because we had a transfer of less than 1 ERC-20, which means that it has to burn, but that it transfers to us that NFT. Because probably on the pool, the price and the amount of tokens was not equal, so it has to burn. So then it maintains that 1-to-1, okay? With that said, we have the token right here, or at least we have 721. The rest, let me see what else do we have. Then we have sent to the pool 310 USDT. So if we go back to the pool, if I sell one, I will receive 297 because that's the price action. But now what I'm going to do, I'm going to buy another one. I'm going to buy exactly 1 into the R. Let's buy 2. Let's buy 670. We're going to buy 2.2 into the R's. Confirm, confirm, boom. And then let's go back and see what happens. Okay. Beautiful. Okay. Swapped. So now we should have 3.23. So if we go back to my wallet, let me go. This is my wallet right here. And we have, yeah, obviously we've been buying. And now if I go here, do I have NFTs? We should have a couple of NFTs. And sure enough, we have 3 NFTs. We have the first one, and then we have the recent 2 that we bought. Now we have 31.77 because we bought 2 NFTs and extra ERC-20, and then the liquidity has increased. If we sell, let's see if we sell. Let's go back. Let me try to swap back. I'm going to add my addresses. So I'm going to swapping back to USDT. I'm going back here. Okay, so I'm going to sell one. I'm going to swap and approve. Boom. Now I'm approving to move that into the R, and off we go. And that's it. Has been approved. Awesome. Approved. Now we can swap. Sign, because we're moving now the ERC-404. Boom. And now we can execute, and that will be it. Beautiful. Awesome. Success. Explorer. Now we should have that receipt. Okay. There we go. And we know we have successfully transferred or at least burned that NFT, because now we've sold that NFT. We have 2.2, so that will be 2 full NFTs, and then the rest in ERC-20. Well, that's it. There you go. That's it. This is the end of the ERC-404 tutorial. If you have enjoyed this amazing tutorial, hey, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed too. And we'll see you on the next video. Bye.